السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The Truce of Hudabiyah and the story of Abu Jandal and Abu Basir radiallahu ta'ala anhum. In the 6th Hijri, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam along with his Sahaba left for Makkah to perform the Umrah journey to Makkah. The Quraysh heard of the news and decided to stop his entry into Makkah even as a pilgrim. And so he had to camp at Hudabiyah. The devoted Sahaba, 1400 in number, however, wanted to enter, even involved an open fight. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam viewed the matter differently, and in spite of the Sahaba's eagerness to fight, entered into a treaty with Quraysh, accepting their conditions in full. The one-sided and seemingly ungraceful truce was a bitter pill for the Sahaba to swallow. But their devotion to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would not allow them to differ, and even such a brave man as Umar radiallahu anhu couldn't but submit to his decision. According to one of the articles of treaty, persons embracing Islam during the period of the truce were to be returned, but not so the deserter from the Muslims to the Quraysh. Abu Jandal radiallahu anhu, a Muslim in Makkah, was suffering great persecution at the hand of Quraysh. They kept him constantly in chains. On hearing about the arrival of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Hudabiyah, he escaped somehow and managed to reach the Muslim camp at time when the truce was about to be signed. His father, Suhail, till then a non-Muslim, was the envoy of the Quraysh in negotiation for the truce. He slapped Abu Jandal radiallahu anhu on his face and insisted on taking him back to Makkah. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that since the truce had not till been written, it didn't apply to Abu Jandal's case. Suhail, however, wouldn't listen to any argument and was not inclined to leave his son with Muslims, even at the personal request of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and would have foregone the truce even. Abu Jandal radiallahu ta'ala anhu, recounting his hardships, complaining at the top of his voice, but much of the grief of Sahaba, the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam agreed to his return. He, however, enjoined patience on him, saying, "Do not lose hope, Abu Jandal. Allah Ta'ala will shortly open a way out for you." After the truce was signed, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had returned to Medina, and other Meccan Muslim, Abu Basir radiallahu anhu, escaped to Medina and sought Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's protection. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam refused to accept his request, and in deference to the truce condition, handed him over to the two persons who had been sent by Quraysh to claim him. He, however, advised him, as he had advised Abu Jandal radiallahu anhu, to be patient and to wait for the help of Allah Ta'ala. When Abu Basir and his escort was on their way back to Makkah, Abu Basir radiallahu anhu said to one of them, "Friends, your sword is very fine." The man was flattered and took it out from the sheath and said, "Yes, it is really very fine, and I have tried it on so many persons. You can have a look at it." Most foolishly, he gave the sword to Abu Basir radiallahu anhu, who immediately tried it on its honor and killed him. The other man ran away and reached Medina to complain Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In the meantime, Abu Basir radiallahu anhu also arrived. He said to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "O Rasul of Allah Ta'ala, you returned me once and fulfilled the condition of peace pact. I had no obligation, and I managed my escape from them by this trick, as I was afraid of their forcing me to leave Islam." Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "He is a warmonger. I wish he could be helped." Abu Basir radiallahu anhu understood from this that he would be returned to Quraysh again when they demand him. He therefore left Medina and fled to the place in the desert on the seashore. Abu Jandal anhu also managed to escape and joined him there. More Muslims of Makkah followed, and in a few days, quite a small group of such Sahaba gathered in the wilderness. They had to undergo untold suffering in the desert, where there was neither habitation nor vegetation. They, however, being bound by no treaty, proved a great nuisance for the Quraysh blow dealing blow after blow on their caravans passing that way. This compelled the Quraysh to approach Rasulullah ﷺ and request him to intervene and call them to Medina, so that they might be bound by the terms of treaty, like other Muslims, and the caravans might pass in safety. It is said that Abu Basir was on his deathbed when the letter sent by Rasulullah ﷺ permitting their return to Medina reached them. He died while holding the letter of Rasulullah ﷺ in his hand. No power on earth can make a person give up his faith, provided it is a true faith. Moreover, Allah Ta'ala has given an assurance to help those who are true Muslims. Jazakallah.